Hey guys, Scott with G-Reviews here to review the 2021 Nissan Altima SV. Coming up next on G-Reviews, stay tuned. Alright, so let's go ahead and start under the hood where it matters. The 2021 Nissan Altima comes with a standard 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder, which produces 188 horsepower and 182 pound-feet of torque. The miles per gallon on this guy actually kind of leads the pack. It is 28 in the highway, 28 miles a gallon on the highway, 39 in the city. So this is also mated to a standard CVT transmission, which when we're driving, I'll kind of point out some things that I maybe don't like or I do like. But anyway, it has adequate power for most people. But for me, I want some more, but that's the engine. So kind of let's back up a little bit, look at the car as a whole. So this is the SV model, which is their highest selling volume-wise. Because of the starting price. Starting price on this guy is about 25 grand. And what that adds over the base model is LED headlights, the bigger wheels and tires. These are 17-inch alloy wheels, which again, they're really dirty, but they are pretty good looking. It's actually painted black too. So there's kind of this alloy look, and then kind of almost has like maybe a propeller look to it. It's pretty cool. So coming around the side of the vehicle, again, this is the black model, so you're not going to notice that it actually has a floating roof to it. But if this was any other color, Nissan does this thing where it almost looks like it has a quote-unquote floating roof, which what that means is right here there's this black strip. So again, if this was blue or something, it would kind of almost look like the roof was like detached from the car. It looks great. If you know Nissan's kind of modern design language, the Sentra, the Altima, the Versa, and the Maxima all have a very similar look to them. Actually, yesterday we were driving, we parked right next to a Versa, and the guy that had the Versa, he couldn't even tell the difference. He was kind of confused. Really, it's just, every one is just a little bit longer than the other one. The legroom in this is actually quite good. So this is my wife, and I'm pretty sure she's all the way back. This is actually the first time I sit back here, but I mean, she's really leaning back, and I have a pretty good amount of legroom, which is nice. The SV doesn't have AC vents, but the more upgraded models do have AC vents back here. But you do have a USB Type-C as well as another charging port, which is great. We have a little center armrest here with a couple cup holders in it, so that's nice. This also does have a 60/40 split fold, so you can put bigger items in here. But overall, it does look pretty nice. It actually has like some stitched leather here for the armrest. That is pretty nice. Just go ahead and pop the trunk, and this is one of the big things behind these kind of almost like economy cars, is having a big trunk, and it really does have a very large trunk. I'll go ahead and put the exact cubic feet up on the screen right here. But yeah, it's pretty big. It's got pretty large trunk space. It's got the full spare tire. It actually has a donut, not just the kit, which is nice. It's good for road trips. I like to see that versus just the tire inflator. But yeah, guys, that's about it for the exterior tour of the car. This does have XM radio, and we've had it for about a week now. And our average miles per gallon right now is about 33. So, and that's city and highway. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and hop in, and we'll give you some driving impressions. But that's it for the exterior tour of the vehicle. Okay, so now we're in the interior of the Altima SV. And again, I note that because there's a couple things in here that on upgraded models are a little bit different. But starting over here in the door panel, we do have kind of this piano black finish. It does look good, but it does attract dust, and it attracts fingerprints, things like that. It only has one automatic up and down, which is the driver's window. It do have this nice kind of cross-stitched leather, and it looks nice. We have a trunk release button, the brightness settings there for the gauge cluster. We do have automatic headlights on this, the SV model. And then what's actually really nice is it has this pretty large center screen, which again, there's our gas mileage. This one, like I said, has satellite radio. This one has forward collision warning, emergency braking, and it also has cross traffic alert when you're backing up, which is nice. But the gauges, like I said, they're laid out very well. I enjoy the gauges. They look pretty nice. And they're back to the fuel economy. The steering wheel, it's kind of interesting. It's a 3-spoke design and actually has a flat bottom to it. So actually when you're driving, it does have some pretty nice handholds. Very comfortable as a whole. Again, it does look pretty, it looks sporty. This one has kind of just standard cruise control, not adaptive cruise control, anything like that. We have our voice control, which I really don't use very much. And then it has standard windshield wipers. This touch screen on this is quite responsive. I gotta turn that off. Due to copyright, I don't wanna do that. But we got Bluetooth, we have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. I know it might be a little hard to see the screen because it's really bright and it's got some fingerprints on it. But we do have a nice backup camera. And you can see it does have the lines when you move the steering wheel, which is nice. We do have, again, the USB Type-C, standard USB up here. There's no dual climate control in this one. When you upgrade it SR, you get the dual climate control. But again, it works fine. It sounds great. It works great, I'm sorry. Sound system is pretty good. The bass is lacking a little bit in my opinion, which is, it's okay. We've got kind of 2 cup holders there. The water bottles tend to move around a little bit. There's no plastic holders in there or anything like that. It's just kind of loose. That's no big deal. No sunroof in this guy. Just standard incandescent light bulbs, not LEDs. There's a spot for sunglasses. You do have a little mirror there. Ooh, the light. And these actually, sun visors do extend, which is always nice for long road trips. All right, so that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, the only other thing, this is a pretty big, pretty big space. We've got all of our masks and snacks and stuff in there. But it's a pretty large center console, so that's pretty nice. And then the glove box. It's just pretty standard glove box. Nothing special there. How do you like the seats, honey?
Decent.
Decent?
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah. What leads to be desired? What else?
I don't know. I'm just so
seats?
used to the Infinity and everything's so automatic. With this one, it's kind of like manual.
That's a manual seat.
If you want to recline, you have to, push it.
That's not an electronic seat at all?
No, it's not.
No. Okay.
I do like that feature.
Okay. So I'm sure on the upgraded Altima they have that. And the big thing that I complain about my seat is it doesn't have any kind of lumbar support. It is electronic. The seat itself is electronic. The back is electronic, but there's not even a manual adjustment for the lumbar support, which I don't like. I'd rather have a lumbar support. But anyway. All right, so we're on the driving impressions now of the 2021 Altima SV, and like I was mentioning, this is a CVT, which again, I'm not a super big fan of, but we've been living with the car for about a week now in South Dakota. We've been driving all over the place. We've gone to Badlands, we've gone to Custer State Park, a whole bunch of different places. Like I said, just overall driving impressions are, it's comfortable, it's relatively quiet, not quiet compared to a luxury car like an Infinity, but there's not a whole lot of wind noise, which is nice. But I mean, we've set the cruise control at 89 on the highway, and we've been getting, like I said, 33, 34 miles a gallon, which is awesome. Something that I will kind of demonstrate here in just a second. So what they did back when they first started making CVTs, people complained that it felt weird because there was no shifting. So again, this is a CVT, there's no gears, but if you kind of look at the RPM gauge here, so I'm going to slow down just a little bit. What you're going to notice, when I step on the gas, it's going to look like there's shift. So now I'm stepping on the gas. So just once it gets up there to like 6,000 RPM, it's gonna almost kind of look like it's shifting. See, like right there, that's fake. There's no actual shifts at all. It's just kind of, and to a normal person that probably doesn't matter at all, but it kind of bugs me for the fact that I know that it's fake. It's not doing anything. It feels like it's shifting, but there's nothing shifting. It's just a belt. It's just a CVT. So that kind of bothers me. Again, for most people, it doesn't really matter. But any other complaints that I can think of, week living with it, the Android Auto is kind of finicky. When I plug in my Android phone, it just like turns on and off. Same with the Apple CarPlay. When I try to do the navigation through the infotainment system, the map seems to be really laggy, so that I didn't really like that too much. Anything else you can think of, honey, that's kind of they didn't like about the car over the week that we've had it?
It's pretty smooth ride overall, and it's very economic.
Yeah, definitely. It gets great gas mileage. It is, like I said, it's very comfortable. Would I buy it? I would not personally buy it, only because I hate CVTs. But like I said, for the normal person, it's actually probably a really great choice. I mean, for 25 grand, brand new car, it gets great gas mileage. Nissan has pretty good warranties, so you know, that's great. Visibility is very good. It's, like I said, super comfy. Air conditioning is obviously very cold. It's a brand new car. But yeah, overall, I mean, I give it, I would say probably a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. I like pretty much everything about it. The looks are great. It looks sporty. Great gas mileage, lots of space. Value for money is very high. Really, the biggest thing that I ding it on, simply because I like fast cars, is I would give it some more power and I would get that CVT out of there. But again, most cars nowadays are going to CVTs, so I can't really change that in this particular vehicle. But yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be happy to help. Again, we've been living with this for about 7 days now, so you know, I know a decent amount about it. And yeah, overall, it's a great car. Not for me, but great car overall. So please like and subscribe to G Reviews. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
So Blooper, you said this is a good car for normal people. What do you mean with normal people? Are you special?
Normal people that commute to work every day. Normal people that don't care about a CVT or a normal transmission. That's what I mean. Not car people. This is a car for not car people. Just people that just want a reliable, economic car to get to and from work.
Okay.
That's what I mean.
I'm glad you... okay. All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
I'm glad you clarified that.
Great.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.